Good afternoon. This is Sadie Vintage Lady, and I'm just hopping up here because I'm going through my salt and pepper shakers, and I want to just give you some information on them. And if you go on my page on eBay, Sadie Vintage Lady 53, they will be available today. I will start off with this Coca-Cola that I inquired at a yard sale. The person that had the yard sale, it was from her, if I'm not mistaken, she told me it was from her mother-in-law. And she had a massive Coca-Cola collection. And I did get this and a couple of more. But this was already in the package. It's vintage. I did a little Googling on it. And I really like this one because it's not just two separate. It's like a Coca-Cola machine. So I do like this one. I will be putting this on eBay sometime today. So that's the first one. This one is from my favorite show, Friends. I still watch it, the reruns anyway. But it's Central Perk. One time I wanted to do my kitchen, like her living room chair, like the different chairs and things for her dining area. I thought that was so cool. But these will be available also. One is white, one is black, and Central Perk was the coffee shop that they always went to. So this will be available very soon. These are Catzillas. I'm not sure if I actually put those up there yet because I know that some of the things I showed with my felines were salt and pepper shakers, so I don't know if I actually listed them, but if I didn't, I will be listing them today. And I think they're so cute. They remind me a little bit of how Laura Birch does her cats, but they're not Laura Birch. They're Catzillas, made in 2000. So they will be up there today as well. Okay, so I'm a very big lover of the elephant, and I'm not quite sure where I got these from. This was early on when I was trying to get a couple of merchandise up before I started my page, and I love them. They're supposed to be hugging, and I had them hugging before, and then when I took them down because I was actually displaying these in my home, I couldn't get them back, but they are gorgeous, aren't they? And they don't have any signature or anything on them. They could be fairly new. I haven't seen them since, but I like them. So I have those. Now I think I showed you these before, the onion and the carrot. Now these, I think they're vintage. I know that. If I'm not mistaken, I did Napco. Let me see. I can't really tell, but I think they're Napico. I can't tell, but you can tell they're vintage because look at the stopper. I think that's a wood stopper. So I really like those. To me, this would be a good addition to anyone's kitchen because they just have such a flair to them. And they look to me, they look rich, Like, you can tell they're vintage. And I will be putting these up there today as well, along with my elephants. I have quite a collection here. And so let me put this out of the way. Next, I'm going to show you this. I think this is Cracker Barrel. Not sure. I got 2 for $25. It doesn't say that it's Cracker Barrel, but I'm assuming that this may be asparagus. I'm thinking this is asparagus, but look at it. Isn't it cute? And to me, it's so classy. Because you can put this on a table and no one would know what it is, and you won't even have to use it on the table. I like the fact that it has really big holes. So you can actually use this anywhere, or you can use it for something other than salt and pepper, because it doesn't actually have the label for salt and pepper. But I like that. I really do. So that'll be listed as well today. Okay, I'm trying to organize as I go along. These are my favorite. They do have a little bit of damage to them. Look like, someone banged it a little too hard. So it got a little bit of dent, but I like it. That says salt. And this is the pepper. But I'm telling you, I've never seen this. I'm not saying that it's not out there and I just haven't been in the right store. But to me, this is a nice gift for someone that's going into the legal profession. They are vintage to my knowledge because I have not seen them anywhere. And they are very heavy, so I'm assuming that these may actually be silver. They were $1.98. And I just like them. Even if it's not someone who is going into legal service, this would be a good gift for someone that's actually collecting salt and pepper shakers, because these are very unusual, and I like those. Now these little ducks, I don't know if these are Napco, Homieco. The only reason I say that is because of the eyes. I've noticed that when something is vintage in that period, the eyes always give them away. And I really like these ducks. They're supposed to nestle together. Let me see if I can nestle them together. I think they nestle like this. Yeah, they nestle like that. Like I say, I have salt and pepper shakers all throughout my home, actually, because I think that they're great knickknacks. And I remember growing up, my grandma had a lot, and I think a lot of them was salt and pepper, especially the ones that were like, had the deer and they had the two deers at the side. I don't know if they were salt and pepper or not, but I know she did have some that were salt and pepper shakers, but she displayed them in her living room. I showed these before. These are the only ones I really had. Well, I have one more set that you could probably use for the Halloween. I don't really do Halloween, but I saw these and I thought they were cute. Look like he's holding a broom and he's holding a pumpkin. So I have those. They'll be available as well. And then I have these. Not quite sure. These was from Ross, but I think I got them in the thrift store. I'm trying to turn it around so you can see it. I'm gonna have to try to get them to turn around. Hold 1 second. There we go. And there's him. He looked like he's happy to have his bride. So I think this is what, the Day of the Dead or something like that. I don't follow it, but I picked these up. I'm not quite sure how much they were, but I don't think they were a lot. But I will be putting them on eBay today. Now these are playful. I have 2 sets of these. They are Whimsical, Lord, me and my country. These are funny cats. Cannot get that word out. That's ridiculous. Whimsical. I could say it in my mind. Whimsical cats. You're going to have to take that, because I can't do no more for you. But I like these. I don't know why. They remind me of a Garfield. Black and white Garfield. But I think these are cute. And I am in the healthcare field, so I always try to think of outside the box when you come into nutrition for children or adults or whatever. But with children, especially if a child is going through cancer or going through something where their appetite is not what it needs to be, using one of these, especially if they need salt in their life, or they can use salt because they're trying to, get them up, or you can put sprinkles in them or something, sugar in it or whatever, and it'll be more inclined for them to want to use it. So I'm thinking those will be nice for that. So these are my parrots. They're vintage. They were made in China, but I still like them. I try to research, and I think I did come up with one other person selling these, but you don't usually see these, you know. I think they can be go for any holiday, especially if you're collecting them. So you can put them at any season, but I think that they'll look good for summer and spring as well. And I also have my little doggies, my canines, that I don't think I showed them for the canines, but these are my little canine. I think these are beagles. I'm not quite sure. They look long also. So I'm not sure if they're one of those hot dogs or they're beagles. I'm going to look them up to see exactly what type of dog this is, so I can put it on my eBay correctly. But I will be putting these up as well. And my chickens, I think I showed these before. These are vintage, as you can see. The pea, the pepper, the little print is coming off. I just don't understand this at all, you know, because I'm used to it being on the bottom, and then when I turn it on the bottom, they're made in Japan, and I don't know what that is. Were they supposed to make a noise? I'm thinking it was supposed to make like a puka or something. I mean, they don't now. But I think, whoop, don't break them, Sadie. I think that was what they were for. Because the more I look at them, they look like one of those things you put in a doll baby that I used to have. And you shake it and it cries. So I'm thinking that's what these were. If anybody know what they were, let me know. But I will be listing them, and I also will be putting that up there, because you might be able to buy another sound box if that is what it is, and put it in there. And I guess whenever you shake it, and if that is the case, these will be good for kids too that, you know, don't have an appetite, and you're really not worried about them eating candy and sweets. You're more worried about them just getting food in their stomach. That will be a nice thing for them also. So I do have a couple of more things that are not salt and pepper shakers that I will be putting up there as well. So I'm gonna go through those right quick so I don't have a really long video for you. I totally forgot about these. These are salt and pepper shakers. They were made in Alaska, and they are vintage. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. And then this one says on the bottom, Alaska, Forever Alaska Clay. So I'm assuming these were made out of Alaska clay. And I think the reason I didn't notice that I still had those is because I have this figurine, which is an Alaskan child. And I think I grouped these together because I plan on actually maybe putting them together, you know, or trying to group it where you can buy either the salt and pepper or you can buy all three. And she is so gorgeous. Look at that. She's so detailed. She was $3.98, and she's glazed. She's a ceramic. Oh, I love her. I don't know. I just thought that that was nice. You know, the little mama and daddy with the big, tall child. So I had those. So I will be listing those as well. Now, I acquired him at a Goodwill. And I don't know. He just... he caught my eye, because he to me, I think he's vintage. If he's not vintage, I know he's handmade. I definitely know that. Look at his little tail. He got two little swirls in his tail, and he's a piggy bank. Oh, I think he's gorgeous. I didn't see a sign on him. I didn't see when anybody actually signed him. Trying to make sure that's not a crack. It's not a crack. No, it's not. I just think he's cute. I think he's cute, and I think he's unusual. I did put another piggy bank up here recently, which was a bulldog piggy bank. I just like the unusual banks. And so There he go. Isn't he cute? All right, so I have this little Trojan horse. As you can see, he's very small. He's white. I have to research him. I forgot who made him, but he's vintage, and his markings are there. It's just that, let's see if I can get it to focus. His markings are there. It's just that the fact that they're coming off. But I think I Googled him, and I saw him, and he's made by somebody. I'm just not sure who it is right now. Like I said, I'm still learning on some of the artists and the sculptures, so I have to research him. But when I put him on my eBay, I definitely will have the right person that made him. But he's beautiful. I love him. He's small. You have to take care of him. Now this one as well was handmade in China. I think this is a Napco. I'm not sure. I looked him up too, and I forgot what he was. But he is vintage, and he doesn't have any damage. I'm not quite sure what was the thought pattern on making a zebra upside down with some flowers. But hey, let me see what this is. He does. He has a little teeny weeny chip right there, but to me, he has some age on him. So for him to only have that is beautiful. Now this little teacup right here, it's a tea bag fairy. Here she goes. Isn't she cute? She's a tea bag fairy. And when I was buying her, I got her from CHKD thrift store. When I was getting her, one of the ladies said her mother had one long time ago, and you know, she really liked this one, but she didn't want to buy it. So, because I did offer to see if she wanted to actually keep it. But isn't she pretty? She's a tea fairy. She was $3.98. Made in 2003, so she's a little vintage. G Santiago, I guess that's the person who made her. And now this chicken doesn't have a name. I paid $1.98 for this chicken, but for some reason, I don't know why I was drawn to this chicken, but I think it's the colors. It really reminds me of Italy. I don't know why, but the ivory and the green, it just gives you I don't know, I just stopped thinking I'm gonna hear Italian music in the background. I saw some salt and pepper shakers today that I think would go with this, but this is just a figurine. It's not a salt and pepper, but it's ceramic. It has a glaze on it. I just think it's an unusual color. You always see the roosters with the red, the blue, some yellow, you know, traditional. And I just think that this is awesome because it doesn't have those colors. So if you have like a kitchen that actually had these colors, this will be a nice addition for that. Now, on that note, I would like to show you this, and I want to mention that I do not have my YouTube for children. I put not for children because this next thing is I saw this frog. I'm pretty sure some people, as soon as they see this frog, knew exactly what this frog was. I've never seen one. So I kept looking at the frog, and then I turned the frog over, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I looking at? You know, like, what's going on here? Why is this frog? You know, and I looked it up, and evidently it's and here I go again, anatomical frog. It didn't have the male. It's supposed to have been two. I don't know the reason somebody made these frogs like this. I am skeptical of actually taking a picture of this frog bottom. I feel kind of embarrassed even showing you that, and it's just a ceramic. So. But I think I will be listing her. Isn't she gorgeous though? Her little eyes and stuff showing all her stuff. She do have a little damage right there on her thing, but I don't know. If somebody got the boy and they broke the girl, they can have this one for a small price because I'm not going to price her high. I just had to show you that. And I have one more thing that I would like to show you on this video that I'm going to go ahead and put up there today too. So hold tight. Actually, I'm sorry. I had a couple of other things that I did not know I had, and I will list. And one of them is these little panda bears. They are vintage. They look black, but they're actually like a greenish glaze to them. And I don't know, these are just beautiful to me. They go together, and I will be putting them on my eBay page as well. As you can tell, they're not that big. They're not. Oh, he's so cute. So I will be putting those up there as well. And also, he cute. That's from the Lion King. And he's Bone China from Disney. I was $3.25 for him, and I will be putting him up there as well. I think he's a collector item. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's a collector item. So, and this, I think I showed this as well. This is called a storyteller, and this is good for this time of year. For some reason, I don't know, it just looked Indian to me. It looked Native American. Sorry about that, Native American. Every now and then you may hear me say something like Indian or black or whatever, and I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's just that I grew up with that. So this looked Native American to me, and it's called a storyteller. It is signed by whoever made her. It was made in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. And so I will be putting her up there as well with her baby. She does have some damage, as you can see. A baby is broken off, and like I said, this is a very vintage piece. I got this from an estate sale, and the lady that I got it from could not tell me the age, but it was her mother, and she was in her 70s, and she said her mother had it, and she didn't know where she got it from or anything, but she knew it was old. So I will be putting this up there as well. Now, these are what I wanted to show you. Oh my goodness, I love art glass. I don't keep art glass in my home, and I actually put these in storage, and so I kind of like forgot about them because I have cats. And as you can see, they have very long glass tails, and you have to be very careful with them. And I already went in and looked up how I can actually ship these, you know, but I'm gonna put them in for shipping and local pickup, because if somebody want to local pick up them, that's fine with me too. But I love this color. I don't know if it's depression glass or not, but I do know that it's a beautiful color. And the reason that I wanted to wait to show you is because I acquired these two birds, and I also acquired this cat. And I don't know, I just think that they look so cute together, you know, especially if the birds was kind of like off to the side, you know, doing their own thing. And don't mind the side of my house. I'm doing renovation in here, so you might see a little tore up wall, which I'm actually waiting on the contractor to be ready to come in and fix that for me. But I just thought that was a nice thing. But I will be listing those two together, and I will be listing the cat as well if y'all wanted to try to do both of them. But I think that green is beautiful. I don't know if they're depression glass or not. I may have to check them out with my black light. But that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It's Sadie Vintage Lady. Please check out my eBay. It's Sadie Vintage Lady 53, and please check out my Facebook. It's Sadie Vintage Lady. So if you look up Sadie Vintage Lady, you will definitely find me. Have a blessed and prosperous day.